Oh hey. Oh hey YouTube, I didn't see you there. I'm ready for my close-up. Hey there, it's Bree Bear, and today I'm gonna be doing the best of 2017. If there's any of these books that you want to see a full in-depth review of, and same goes for my worst of 2017 books, if there's any of those that you want to see a full in-depth review of, make sure to leave a comment. I'm gonna be wearing the same thing in 2 videos, so this is not gonna be in any exact order, but I'm gonna kind of go in the order of when I read them. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I chose for one of my favorite books of 2017 was The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. This is a non-fiction book. It is super short and quick and easy to read. I listened to the audiobook, but then my mom got me the physical copy. I've yet to read the physical copy. If you have not checked out this book, I highly recommend it. It really has helped me a lot with goal setting in looking at the level 10 life. Doing The Miracle Morning has really helped me to reach a lot of my goals as far as growth and development and improving on my daily habits. And right after setting that book down, I also thought of another one, Making Good Habits, Breaking Bad Habits by Joyce Meyer. I didn't pick that one up, and I would totally go grab it, but here's my books right now. Because I'm supposed to be getting new bookshelves for Christmas, they're all just stacked in the corner for right now. Alright, so the next book is The Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reyes Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. Oh my lord. This book got me back into reading this year. I am not a book crier. I want to be a book crier. I want to express the emotions so badly, and I wanted to cry so badly. Like, I wanted myself to be crying. So many feels. This was like the first one that I really felt as much as I did, though, because at the time that I read the other ones, I was dealing with a very heavy depression. Really, I'm attached to those books because they got me through that tough time, because it felt like that world, even though they were in the middle of this big war, was so much better than the war that I was dealing with in my personal life. Cassandra Clare's books have. It got me through some of the toughest years of my life. People let you down, people leave you, and people in your life will come and go. Books won't ever let you down. Books are always there. The books that are your best friend books are the ones that will always stand by your side, no matter what. And no matter how annoying some parts of them may be, or how frustrating some things may be, or the little annoyances of them, like, they'll always be there. It's like your sister friends, you know, the ones that are like your brothers and sisters, because it's like you're stuck with each other. You can't not be best friends. It just doesn't work that way. It's like that. These books are that for me. They're my sister books. They're my best friends. So that aside, I really enjoyed it. I really loved this one. And I'm gonna stop talking about it because I have a ton of books that I need to talk about. Alright, so the next book that I'm gonna talk about is Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. And this book I actually picked up at the dollar store for $4. $4! Boom! My expectations were blown out of the water. It was so good. I definitely will have to read this one again. It's like murder and funny and ex-husbands, second wives, mothers and daughters, schoolyard scandal, and the dangerous little lies we tell ourselves just to survive. I will give trigger warnings though for abuse, sexual abuse, and domestic abuse. I can't wait to read it again. Alright, so the next book that I'm going to talk about is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I can't function, you guys. I cannot function. Oh my gosh, the ending of this book. Like, I literally read this so many months ago, and I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Like, I'm mad. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm gonna stop thinking about this book right now because, like, literally, I read this months ago. When did this come out? I read it, like, as soon as it came out. Like, within this, like, the same month that it came out, I read this book. So I read this book 6 months ago, and I'm getting emotional thinking about the ending. Oh, there's too many girls. Too many! I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't. Like, I'm so mad about some of it. And then, like I said, I'm not a book crier. I would have been soaked in tears over the end of this book. Oh my gosh. Like, I wish so badly I was a book crier because this book would be so gifting. Gosh. I need to put this book down. Alright, so the next book was not one that I picked out for myself, but rather that was picked out for me by Ariel Bissett for Booktubeathon. So she picked this, Juniper Lemon's Happiness Index, for Booktubeathon. So you guys probably have already seen a little bit about my thoughts on this book. I am definitely going to read this book again. I really enjoyed it. I related a lot to this character gone through, but I don't know why, but for some reason I really related to Juniper. Really enjoyed this book. I can't wait to read it again. Looking at all these books makes me want to reread them right now. The next book is You by Carolyn Kepnes. Most intriguing thing about this book is that it is written in second person. It is an adult thriller. The plot of the book is so interesting. I agree with what Publishers Weekly said. Seriously unsettling. Entertainment Weekly said compelling. US Weekly, ominous, beautifully crafted, will give you chills by People. I agree. The next book I read around the same time, Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco, and I have the second book for this. And the next book that I have to show you guys is Illuminated by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Oh my goodness, you guys. I did not think I was gonna love this book. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. The aesthetics of this book is to die for. I still have yet to get the second one. I was gonna get it the other day when I was in Barnes & Noble. I was like, ooh, if they have that, I'm gonna get it. But they didn't have it. And they only had this in paperback. I was like, no, you need the hardback because it's so much prettier. The third one is coming out and it's supposed to be a trilogy, but I hope they do more like this. It's so good. Alrighty, so the next book is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Alright, so I specifically chose this one, but I've read the first 3 of the Throne of Glass series so far. Loving it. But this was definitely my favorite so far of the 3. It's the first series that I've ever read just straight audiobook first. Next we have Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. You're probably sick of hearing about this if you've watched anybody else's Buzzer 2017 books. But I have a different story to tell. Okay, this was the first ever John Green book I ever read, and it was amazing. The best part to me is that it's authentic. You sympathize with and also get frustrated at all of the characters, and I love that because it makes them human. Like, even like a person that you almost always agree with, there's still that almost attached to it where you don't always agree with them. And this reflects that because of the fact that it's so close to his heart and such an important book in his life. I think it's going to always have been the book he was meant to write. Living with a mental illness is not easy, and it's something that other people tend not to understand. And even when you're not talking about it or making mention of it, it's still there for you. You're always suffering whether they know it or not. Put up with it because it doesn't just affect them. I know my issues and problems affect the people around me that I've been in relationships with or have been friends with, and that's something that I didn't always know. I related a lot to Turtles All the Way Down, even though I don't personally deal with anxiety. The types of issues that I personally have are not in anxiety. I still was able to find myself in this story because of my own personal journey, but I have suffered from other mental illnesses. It really addresses all of the different facets. It's not a perfect book by any means. I realized how far I've come. This last year has been really great for me. It didn't feel great at the time, but looking back and realizing how much I've done for my life, for myself, how much I've grown even just a few months ago. I was in a completely different place than I am now, and it's liberating, really, to look back and see all the things that I've let go of. When you have growing pains, it hurts at the time, but then you look down and you realize how much farther away your feet are. The last book that I have to talk about, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Writing style wasn't always my favorite thing because it was kind of hard to get through at times. Loved the characters of this book. Spoiler warning, when I put my hand down, you can know that I will stop giving spoilers. Okay, it doesn't say anything on the back of the book about Murray being blonde. Like, what? But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It's about World War II, and it's from the perspectives of 3 different people. Marie-Laure, she is French. And then we have Werner, my bad, who's German. And then there's also this other person we follow the perspective of a little bit, and he's another German. Marie-Laure and Werner are younger. It goes back and forth in time as well. Alright, you guys, so that is it. It's been a whole year, one crazy year, and here's to another one. Peace out, Bear Scouts. About your worries and your stress. I mean a bare necessity. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your stress. I mean